Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Yes, so report has it that festival preparation has gone into chaos. Okay, they say new girls learning palace etiquette as Ooni of Ife wives face the fear of their lives. This is the report that we are hearing. They say the wives of the Ooni of Ife are living through some of the worst or most uneasy days of their time in the palace. Why? Because of the sudden arrival of new young ladies being secretly groomed to potentially become the next set of queens. This is what we are hearing. If the information is true, it's like a storm of activities right now in the palace. The palace is literally under tension. Preparations are ongoing for the grand upcoming festival, but behind those vibrant decorations and the hustle and bustle of workers repainting gates, stirring up new royal banners, and erecting festival tents, there's another layer of drama boiling underneath that, only those who are close to the palace gets to know. The whisper started when palace servants began noticing that some few faces, very young, fresh girls from respectable families, were showing up early in the morning, often cloaked and guarded by older women to one of the inner palace courtyard reserved for delicate royal training. Now, in Ife, anytime new ladies start appearing around the palace at odd hours, it means one thing: the traditional bodies are at work again, selecting and polishing young women who could fit into the enormous shoe of becoming Olori. The main traditional organization overseeing this sensitive grooming is known as the Agbaje Iya Agba, okay? Agbaje Iya Agba, literally, the noble mother circle. This is a council of very senior royal women, many of them princesses by birth, all wives of past high chiefs. They are deeply schooled in palace history, norms, taboos, greetings, walking style, even laughter and silence protocol. Alongside them is the Egbe Omu Olofin, a wider social cultural guide connected to the royal, stool of Oduduwa, which from time immemorial also takes pride in mentoring young women on proper royal conduct. So these new girls coming into the palace are placed under an intensive tutelage, from how to kneel properly when greeting the Ooni of Ife, to how to keep their hair slightly bowed at all times in the royal courtyard, how to speak softly, how to prepare certain sacred meals, and how to join in the spiritual chant during festivals without flattering. They even learn when to stand still for hours if the owner is speaking, because it's considered disrespectful to adjust your wrapper or scratch your arms when the king's words are falling on your ears. Okay, these are the things that a lot of us do not know. Okay, so most times when these women come into the palace, they are properly trained. Okay, they train them on royal etiquette. Remember when Olechi first came into the palace, then after all the celebration and everything, she went back, and when she eventually moved her things from her family house into the palace, there was an incident that happened where, in that heat of affection, love, and all of that, she looked her husband in the face, forgetting that he is royalty, and brought her mouth to give him a peg on the cheek. Okay, I don't know if you remember that incident. And it just went like viral, like it was making the rounds on social media. And people began to talk, why would she do that? A lot of people said she was not trained properly on royal etiquette. Now, for a girl who has been properly trained on, royal etiquette, that is unacceptable. You cannot give Kabiyesi a peck in public. You can't give him a kiss in public. He can't even be walking and be holding hands with you in public. He can do it in the courtyard when he is alone with his Oloris and all of that. They are taking a walk and all of that. But in public, nah, you cannot do it. So there are so many things they can do. So what we are hearing now is that new girls are coming into the palace, And well, I don't know what to say, but the information is that this is not something that the Ooni of Ife asked for. It's something that is almost as though it's being imposed again on him. And the reason why these people are coming up with this proposition right now is because of the forthcoming immunity removal. Okay. And now there is a spot for two. If that is, if Ooni of Ife insists that he wants to be with just 6 wives, there is a spot for 2 Oloris right now. But he can do more, okay? You can do more. As a matter of fact, some of these people may be praying, Kabiyesi, add more effort. Kabiyesi, add more effort. Yes, indeed, he can actually do more. So this is what is going on if the information is correct. While all this is going on, the current wives of course, the Oloris right now are quietly panicking. You know, human nature, nobody wants to be replaced or to see the affection and attention of their husband being diverted. Some of them are being restless, especially since they cannot openly challenge the process. It's an ancient, tradition bigger than any one wife, and it's purely in the hands of the kings, the elders, and the gods. Almost every prominent family in Ile-Ife right now is positioning to have their daughter noticed. It's almost like a hidden campaign. You see well-known chiefs suddenly paying more frequent visits to the palace, bringing along their beautiful, daughters under one pretext or another. Maybe they are there to present yams to the, palace kitchen, or to donate materials or whatever. They just they're like, people have been coming. The wider community is buzzing with gossip. In fact, all over the place, everyone has got something to say about what is going on. In the midst of this, festival preparation continues. Drummers are rehearsing their battle beats. A lot of things are happening. Okay, they said there is a festival that is coming up next week. Is another big festival, and they are preparing for that festival. But while that is happening, these women are coming from all walks of life to do, as in, now is an opportunity for the Obas to position themselves, position their daughters, their nieces, and everything. Right now, that is what is going on in the palace. Is the biggest thing being the wife to the Ooni of Ife, and they are bringing their guests from all over. I'm forgetting that the opening might just be for 2. And then that, I think, again, is Kabiyesi's decision at the end of the day, because his wives are still there, right? And so if he says he's not doing all, he's removing immunity, doesn't mean the women are going. But these people are making serious preparations to bring in their own girls, and they say the women are panicking, like they are facing the most difficult times of their lives. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.